I need to be really, really honest with you right now. I am filming this video because I need it. Not because I needed it, but because I need it. Present tense. Right now. Because lately I have been the most sensitive, the most affected, the most emotionally rattled version of myself. Someone says something about me and I carry it for days. Someone has an opinion about my choices, about my work, about my personality, and suddenly I'm rebuilding my entire self-image around what they said. Like as if they are words or the architecture and I'm just living inside whatever they built. And I got freaking tired of it. I got angry about it. And then I thought, I cannot be the only one. So I'm not waiting until I'm healed to make this video. I am making it in the middle of it because sometimes the most powerful thing isn't someone talking to you from the other side of the lesson. It is someone that is sitting right next to you in that lesson. Let me just get to make sure that you set it is less than the life that you deserve. Today we're going to be talking about one of the most quietest, most insidious ways that women shrink themselves, and it's letting other people's opinion become the mirror we use to see ourselves in. And I say women specifically because research consistently shows that women are socialized from childhood to be more attuned to social feedback, and they are more sensitive to relational disapproval. They are more likely to internalize external criticism as their kind of personal trait. To me, I don't see it as weakness, I see it as conditioning. And today we are going to start dismantling it. So let's go. Chapter 1. I want to start here because I think pretending that I'm above this topic would be a disservice to you. I am at a point, right now as I am filming this, where I am constantly letting people's opinions get to me. I'm constantly sad, I'm constantly sensitive, I'm constantly hurt by something someone said or implied or posted or didn't say at all. And the worst part is that I know better. I know the theory, I've read the quotes, I have saved the Instagram infographics about not letting people live in your head rent-free. And yet, there's this gap. You know that gap? The gap between knowing the right thing and actually being the right thing, between understanding a concept intellectually and living it in your body, in your nervous system, on living it on a Tuesday, when someone says something offhand that shouldn't matter, but it does. That gap is where most of us are living, and I think we need to talk about it honestly instead of skipping straight to, I'm just unbothered era, because it's not real and because it is not that simple, and you deserve more than a slogan. Let's go to chapter 2. Okay, so let me tell you why you are not crazy for letting opinions affect you. There's actually a neurological reason that this happens, and understanding will change things for me. Human beings are wired to want social belonging, like deeply evolutionarily wired. Back when we lived in tribes, being rejected by the group was genuinely life-threatening. You could not survive alone, so your brain developed a threat detection system for social rejection that operates almost as gently as the metaphysical danger. There was a neuroscientist that did the research and found that social pain activates the same neural regions as physical pain. So when someone criticizes you, your brain processes it similarly to being physically hurt. So when you feel your chest tighten after someone says something about you, that is not you being dramatic, trust me, it's your ancient brain doing its job. And the problem is that your brain cannot tell the difference between your ancestor being exiled from a tribe and your co-worker making a single comment. It usually treats both with the same red alert energy. So trust me, you're not too sensitive, you are human. You are a human with a very, very old, very well-being, very overcautious brain. So the work is not just to stop feeling the impact, the work is to facts become Chapter 3. The thing that I keep coming back to, and it genuinely makes me angry when I sit with it, is that somebody's perception of you is not your life. And I know that sounds simple, I've heard it a million times, but I think about what it actually means. Every single person who has ever formed an opinion about you, they came to that opinion through the specific, particular, completely unique lens of their own life, their traumas, their insecurities, their cultural programming, their unresolved stuff, their good days and bad days, their own relationship with themselves. So you know how you have certain perceptions of people that have nothing to do with who they actually are. You've misjudged someone, you've misread a situation, you've formed an impression that later turned out to be completely wrong, right? So has everyone who has ever had an opinion about you. Their perception is not X-ray vision into your truth. It is a photograph that is taken through a cracked, cloudy lens that they didn't choose and mostly have not cleaned. And you're sitting there, you're taking that photograph and you're saying, yeah, this is who I am. That is the worst disservice that you can do to yourself. And I say that with love, and I say it knowing that I have done it, and I'm knowing that you have probably done it too. Chapter 4. Now I have to give you the other side because intellectual honesty matters to me. Sometimes feedback is useful. Sometimes someone's perception of you is a mirror that is worth looking at. Not because their opinion of you is truth, but because it contains, a data point that is worth considering. A mentor who says, oh, you're not taking your craft seriously enough. A friend who tells you that you've been distant. A colleague who reflects something back to you that when you sit with it honestly, it has some truth in it. Learning to distinguish between feedback worth examining and projection worth dismissing is an actual skill, and it matters. The question is not, oh, should I be completely impervious to all the input from all other humans? That is not growth in any way. That is you setting up a wall. The question should be, who gets to be a credible source of information about who I am? Because there is a difference between someone who knows you, who loves you, and is speaking from a place of genuine care, and someone whose opinion of you is shaped entirely by their own unexamined stuff. We do not owe those two voices the same weight. There was a doctor whose research on vulnerability and shame I respect enormously. She talked about this concept of having a square squad. It's a small group of people whose opinions actually matter to you because they've earned the right to be in the arena with you. And everyone else, you note it, but you don't carry it with you. Chapter 5. I used this word when I was processing this, and I want to unpack it because I think it's exactly right. I said I don't feel sturdy enough in myself. And sturdiness is what I'm actually after. Not hardness, not coldness, not unbothered as a kind of performance. Sturdiness. The kind of internal groundness where someone's opinions can land, you can feel it, you can even consider it, and then you return to yourself rooted, intact, and not destroyed. Psychologists call this self-concept clarity, which is the degree to which you have a clear, consistent, stable sense of who you are. There was research from a particular scientist that found that people with the high self-concept clarity are significantly less affected by social feedback, not because they don't feel it, but because they have a strong enough internal reference point to return to. Which means the work of not letting opinions affect you is actually the work of knowing yourself more deeply. The more clearly you know who you are, your values, your truth, your standard, your story, the less any external opinion can function as a replacement for that knowledge. You can't be destabilized by someone else's mark on you when you already know who you are. Chapter 6. Real practical steps of how to apply this into become the highest and best version of yourself. Step 1. Notice the moment it lands. Start paying attention to the exact moment that someone's opinion hits you and starts to stick. What did they say? What did it trigger? What belief about yourself did they attach to? You can't interrupt the pattern that you can't see, so you need to start seeing it. Step 2. Who is this person and what lens are they seeing you through? Before you absorb someone's opinion as truth, you need to pause and genuinely ask, what do I know about this person's own life, their own fears and unresolved stuff that might be shaping what they said? This is not about dismissing everyone, it is about accurate calibration. Not every voice deserves the same real estate in your head. Step 3. Build your own definition of yourself in writing. This one is underrated and I genuinely believe it is transformative. Write down specifically who you are, your values, what you stand for, what you know to be true about yourself, not what you hope, not what you are working towards, but what you know. Keep it somewhere you can return to when someone tries to hand you a different version of yourself. That document is usually your anchor more often than not. Step 4. Audit whose opinion you've been given authority. be brutally honest. Make a mental list or an actual list of the people whose opinion you've been treating as credible. Judgment of your worth. Are they people who know you deeply, people who love you well, people who have your best interest at heart? If not, then consciously, deliberately revoke that authority. They don't have it. You just accidentally gave it to them. Stop trying to make it feel this thing, to still let it stay. And then ask yourself, am I going to make this one become a permanent belief about myself? You are allowed to feel affected. You are not allowed to let someone said something become and therefore who I am. Those are two very different things. Step 6. Practice returning to yourself. Every time that you feel pulled off center by someone's opinion, do something that will connect you to yourself, not to distract you, but to return. Maybe journal, music, nature, whatever it is. Build the muscle of coming back. Because steadiness is not something you have or you don't have. It's something you practice. Every time you return to yourself and start doing shaking, get a little more. Step 7. Remember you have gotten people wrong too. This one is humble and it is useful. When you catch yourself, spiraling over what someone thinks of you, remember that you have misread people, you have misjudged people, you have misjudged situations, you have formed opinions that turned out to be completely off. Other people are doing that constantly. Your opinion of you might be the most inaccurate thing in the world. Hold that, not as arrogant. I'm going to be honest about something. I don't know if I am fully there yet. When I finish filming this, I might still be the person who checks the comments, a little too anxiously, who replays the conversation a few times, who lets, a few comments sit in her chest longer than it should. But what I know is that I am no longer willing to let someone else's cloudy, cracked, entirely their own experience lens be the thing I use to decide my worth. I know who I am, not perfectly, not completely, but I know enough. And every day I know myself a little more. Other people's opinion have a little less room to move in as we decorate. That is the goal, not to be impervious, just to be sturdy, just roots, You are not what people say about you. You are not the worst thing anyone ever thought of you. You are not even the best, because nobody's perception, no matter how flattering, is the full truth of who you are. You are a whole person with a whole interior world, and you don't need anyone's permission to trust it. Just go and build the sturdiness that you need. One day, one return to yourself at a time. I'll see you in the next one. If this hit you somewhere real, share it with a girl who needs it and drop it in the comments. Whose opinion have you been giving way too much power to? You don't have to name them, just acknowledge it. That is the first and most important step.